have an interview with Patrick, then Patrick himself. This artist is a multidisciplinary artist, and he's very unique. He's all right. Just on that. Why on earth should I be a cheap copy of anyone, and I can be my own great original? Yes, right. Your originality really does set you apart. I tell you, I have no reason to be apologetic about the way God created me. If you look at my print from this stem, you realize that it is like no other. My DNA is as original as God intended it to be, and I'm very thankful for that. Right. So at this point, let's jump right in. Would like to pick your brains on a number of art-related issues. So for starters, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Alright, so my name's Patrick Mwenya Chilokoto. I have been doing art, as you indicated. I am a visual artist, and have been doing art from childhood. Let me say, I've been doing art my entire life. From home, school, college, and eventually university. So I walk art, I talk art, I dress art, I eat art, I smile art. Everything about me is art. So I do know for a fact that you are really highly talented. So tell us how you discovered your talent. Well, from an early age, my parents did notice I used to like drawing a lot. So it was somewhat easy and natural. I was supported in every way possible. My parents, oh man, you should have seen them. They bought me sketchbooks, colored pencils, watercolors, paintbrushes. I literally got me every art material that I asked for. So with that, it was pretty easy to be ushered into pictorial. Now, slow down a little bit. You mentioned pictorial art. How do you define that? For the sake of people who do not really understand what that is, could you tell us what you mean by that? Okay, pictorial art basically relates to art of painting and drawing. The word pictorial is defined as something illustrated or expressed in pictures. Okay, great. That is well explained. At this point, I would like you to lure us in on other forms of art that you have started. You mentioned learning art in school, through college, up to the time you went to the university. So will you tell us a bit about the other forms of art you learned? Okay, so other forms of art that I started included design, those crafts, those ceramics, and sculpture. I would actually like you to look at it this way. Okay, so imagine visual art as some kind of a tree, alright? When trees are growing, they start out with very few branches, and those branches keep sub-branching, isn't it? Until you have a tree with a very big foliage, right? Okay, so imagining the art that we do as visual arts being a tree, we will have as a branch of the same pictorial art, okay, which we can call a baby of visual arts. The second one will be design. Okay, these don't have to exactly follow that order. I'm just naming them later. Okay, so we have pictorial art, which stems from this. We have design, which is also a baby of visual arts. And the other one we can think of is crafts, right? And then from crafts we have ceramics, and the fifth one is sculpture. And so, like I say, a tree as it is growing, it keeps branching, isn't it? So from pictorial art, what you're going to have are two branches. Okay? So when you're talking pictorial art, you're basically looking at painting and drawing, okay, for that branch. So I'll write it out there. Drawing. The two stemming from pictorial art. When you talk about design, design also has its own branches. So for now, we can talk about three branches quickly. Alright, the first one being fashion design. So you can have fashion in there. Alright, the second one will be industrial. I'll not write it there. Instead, I'll put it there for the second branch under design. And the third of the branches in design will be graphics. Okay? In graphics, you have print media and you also have electronic, right? And so in a very basic way, I'll say graphics has to do with pictures and text, all right? And this can be done electronically or in form of things that you print, okay? Newspapers, magazines, and things of that sort. Before those things are printed, some graphic design of some sort has to be done where an artist sits, works on text, and marries it to some image of some sort, some visual depiction of what the text is saying, right? So all that falls under this, and specifically that, right? And so talk about crafts. Crafts as well has a lot of branches. You could talk of macrame, you can talk about batik, you can talk about mosaics, right? Paper mache or paper mache if you like. There are a lot. So all these are branches, and so our tree keeps branching and branching, and so it goes on. When we talk about ceramics, you're looking basically at pottery, right? And in sculpture, I can quickly say we have additive, and subtractive sculpture. So these are two different branches, and the two keep branching.
Wow, that was really insightful. We look forward to having you again so you can run us through the vocabulary, or should I say the rich vocabulary that you use in art. We really like to understand those terms when you're ready. Thank you.